Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Xynthia for those of you who may or may not know, and today I am once again reacting to EPs from Zenless Zone Zero. Yippee! I don't know if anyone was asking for this, or a follow-up video at all, but the original got way more views than I anticipated and a lot of good engagement, so I'm kind of doing this because it's like, well, it was a popular video, so people obviously liked it, I guess, to an extent, but then also, you know, it's fun. I actually really enjoyed watching all of the EPs and learning a bit more about the characters along the way, and I haven't watched any of the new ones yet, so I feel like I should do that. I think 3 have come out since I uploaded my first video. We've gotten Orphie Magus's, Lucia's, and Banyue's, and I'm really excited for all 3 of them, so yeah, looking forward to it. I guess before I start reacting to the songs, I wanted to just catch people up on where I am in ZZZ at the moment. I guess overall I have caught up on the main story quest, or main story for the game. I haven't done all of the character quests yet, or whatever they're called, character stories, I don't know. I do them if they're kind of required for the main plot, or I have some sort of incentive to do them during an event. Because I think Seeds, there was some event going on where you got extra rewards for a limited time if you did hers, so I did hers. Made me cry, by the way. Didn't think I would care about her at all, but I think the personality they gave her is just weird, but I love it. I mean, she's not my favorite character or anything, but I did not expect them to make her just this weird person, and I kind of love it. And her story was actually very emotional, and there was more to it than I thought there would be, so I've done Seeds, and I think I finished Soldier 11's. I did Triggers a long time ago. I think Triggers I've finished before I even recorded the first video about reacting to the ZZZ EPs. Who else's have I done? Pretty much I've done ones closer to the beginning of the game, if they were released towards the game's launch. I'm trying to go in order, but that's not always the case. Like I said, I did Seeds, and I've done Hugo's, because I think Hugo's was, they kind of thrust me into Hugo's during that part of the story when I was in it, which is very interesting. I really liked his. But I still haven't done Harumasa's. I know someone asked me in one of the comments on the previous video if I had done Harumasa's yet, and that I should, and that they really liked it. And I was like, I really want to, but I haven't gotten around to it yet because I can only play every game that I have for so long every day, you know? That's all to say, I'm caught up on the story, and I've done some more character story quests, but I'm not completely caught up on those, and I'm not caught up on previous events yet, necessarily. I've done some of them. Maybe most of them at this point, I don't know. And I keep up with, the current events. Character-wise, I think people probably knew I had Hugo and was using a Hugo team because, I mean, obviously Hugo's EP is the reason I downloaded the game in the first place. Yeah, so obviously I had him, and I still have him. It's not like I got rid of him. You can't really do that in these games. Since then, though, I've gotten Alice. I did not get Yuzuha, though, and I don't know, not necessarily regret it, because I didn't want Yuzuha, but there is a certain, potentially if she gets a rerun at a good time for me, I'll get her, because I acknowledge that she probably does a lot more for Alice, and my Alice team would probably be better if I had her in it. Well, it would definitely be better. But I got Alice. I don't have Alice's W engine, or as I call them, Wengens. Sometimes I just call them Wengens when I'm thinking about it on my own. Kind of sounds like a slur, though, so I don't... Anyway... Maybe I shouldn't say that. I know it's not actually one, but sometimes when I say it, I'm like, that kind of sounds wrong. I don't know, man. Moving on from that. Let's not dwell on that. So yeah, I got Alice. I had to lose the 50-50 and then get her after that, so that was fun, even though I didn't really have that many pulls saved up. I don't think I had enough to guarantee her necessarily, but I got her anyway, so that was... No, wait! I remember now. I actually had to, scrounge together so many pulls for her towards the end of her banner, because, dude, I was... I had to hardcore grind to get her. I actually remember now. I thought I'd gotten, maybe I got her at early pity. No, though, I remember being now I have to, hardcore grind all these previous events and everything, because I did not have enough to guarantee her, and then I lost a 50-50, and of course I wasn't lucky afterwards trying to get her when I already had her guaranteed, but I did get her eventually, and she's pretty good. I think this can be said for all of my characters, but I need better disk drives. Some of my disk drives are pretty good on certain characters, but I think overall, that's kind of the biggest thing I need to work on for my characters and teams is disk drives, because I've gotten to a point where, most of my characters have the the skills they need maxed out, decent weapons, or W engines, my bad, that are leveled up all the way. And now it's just like, I need better disk drives, because sometimes I'm just putting them on random ones that have the correct main stat, which is a good way to start those kinds of games. But now that I'm getting to a point where I've built most of my characters that I want to use, I need to start focusing on their disk drives more. And then I also pulled for Monato on Lucia's banner. I don't think I need to explain why, because, you know, he looks a certain way. I love him. He's great. He's a great character. I've loved getting to know him in, like, the story quests and stuff, and his whole background and everything. I love him a lot. I definitely think it's funny that he's, like, a gentle giant, pretty much. Yeah, so I got Monato, and I also ended up getting Lucia. I actually won the 50-50 on that banner. And in the process, I ended up getting, well, I guess 3 Monatos. So I had him at M2, and then I got the free one from, it was either the story or an event where you get the free Monato. So my Monato is now M3, and he's probably my best character. Like, my Monato team is so good and so strong. It probably helps that I have Lucia in the team. And I actually ended up also getting Lucia's W engine because I decided to pull in the W engine banner to get Monato's. I think Monato's is at 2-star, so that means I got 3 of his W engine. So that's pretty nice. And then, yeah, I have Lucia's W engine as well. Won that 75-25. I think that's what it is. But yeah, because I have Lucia and her W engine, I think it really helps Monato deal a lot more damage. And then I also have Pulchra in that team. I don't know if Pulchra is necessarily a good character in that team. I just know a stun agent is good there. And probably Jufufu would be the best choice. But I didn't pull for Jufufu either time she's run. I think she's had 2 banners since I've been playing, so I think she, like, recently she had a rerun. Because I'm recording this on December 19th, just so people have, like, a frame of reference. We're in Banyue's banner at this moment when I'm recording. But yeah, so I haven't pulled for Jufufu, and she's a character I'm tempted to pull for sometimes because I'm like, I know she would be good in my Monato team. I think she would be really good in that team at least, and maybe in my Hugo team. I don't know if she's as good in that kind of team, though. I think she's better for Rupture characters. But anyway, I just use Pulchra in that team. I also use Pulchra in my Hugo team. Pulchra is getting all the uses, pretty much until I get, like, a lighter or something, you know, something like that. And then I also got Hugo's W engine because he recently had a rerun, I think alongside Dialin's banner. And I was just like, well, I have quite a few pulls still, because Lucia didn't end up costing that much. And the thing is, I didn't necessarily care if I got Lucia, but I am really glad I did get her, because I actually really liked her story. I did do her story quest as well, because I think that was kind of part of the main plot with, like, the ethereal named Chestnut and all that. But I really like her as a character. She's also kind of just weird and quirky, and she's very good for my Monato team. But yes, when they reran Hugo, I decided to pull for Hugo's W engine because I was like, might as well try to get that upgrade because my Hugo team is probably the worst one I have. Rip Hugo. I was using Soldier 11s on him because I got it from the standard banner, I think. Which I'm not sure. I'm like, I don't think that one's necessarily good on him, but I think it was an upgrade from the B rank one I was using. So, you know, because I didn't have any good A rank ones for him. So he was using a B rank W engine. So I'm like, I'm sure Soldier 11s is an upgrade from that at least. And now he has his own. So, which means I need to retune his disk drives even more because he has too much crit rate. I'm kind of over explaining things. I meant for this to be like a little brief summary of everything. It's turning into a whole blah 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 blah. I'm yapping. Okay. And then I guess finally I also pulled for Banyue, but I didn't have very many pulls. Like, I didn't have a whole lot of polychrome saved up. It was kind of just I'll pull for him, and if I get him, great, and if I don't, I'll just save up and I'll have a guarantee, you know? So yeah, I pulled on his banner, and I lost the 50-50 to Nekomata, who I already have at M2. I haven't even been playing this game for a year, and I already have one of the standard characters at M2. I was telling myself if I lose the 50-50, I'd be okay with it being like Coletta, Grace, or Rena, because I don't have them yet. And then it was like, Nekomata, and I was like, I don't need more Nekomata. That was probably the character I needed the least. Like, I would have taken a Lycon, because I actually use him quite frequently, since he's in my Hugo team. So I would always take more Lycons, you know? But no, Nekomata. So right now I'm just saving. I don't have enough to, like, get Banyue now that I've lost the 50-50, and I already have Monato, who is Fire Rupture, just like Banyue, so it's kind of like, if I had gotten Banyue, I probably wouldn't have built him right away. Anyway, I probably would have waited until my other characters were better and then maybe built him. Because it's just like, I already have that spot filled in my roster of characters, right? Anything else? I guess, like, who I'm saving for is either Harumasa or Lighter. Lighter had a rerun with Hugo's first banner. I'm not anticipating a Lighter rerun again for a little while yet. And then Harumasa, I don't think he's had a banner since he was released, but that kind of makes sense because I hear that he was given out for free when he was released, and I missed out on that. Kind of hate that I missed out on that, but oh well, what can you do? And then I guess potentially, I don't know if Shu Yuan's gonna be playable. He might just die, you know? And of course, like, I don't know what's gonna happen in the future, so this isn't like a spoiler. I'm just saying, potentially, he could just die. I sure hope not. I hope he's playable, because I would 100% pull for him. Yeah, I'm not pulling for Shengguang. Not like I dislike her, I just don't care to have her, you know? And then, like, I don't care to have the Angels of Delusion characters. Like, they're cute, and I know a lot of people were really looking forward to them, and are probably still really looking forward to them, and that's totally fine. It's just, their designs don't speak to me, because the designs that speak to me are just, like, hot men, so. But yeah, so right now it's just kind of sitting and saving until a banner that I really want to pull on comes around, and we'll see when that is. With all that said, I think we should get into it. This should be Orphie Magus's, and I have subtitles on. Someone told me in one of the comments of my last video for this, ZZZ EP, you know, that it's the same artist that did Lighter's EP, which I'm looking forward to because I really liked that one, and he also did the one song from Honkai Star Rail. I don't remember what it's called, I just know the Watch It Burn! So I call it Watch It Burn, that's not what it's called. But he did that one too, so if it's the same artist, I'm definitely looking forward to this, so let's see. And again, I might make comments here and there during the songs, but I'll try to save my commentary for after the video, just because talking over the music sometimes is a little bit difficult. And like, it's like, I think I adjusted the sound enough, so if I was talking during the video, you could hear me, but who wants someone to like interrupt the song with their yapping? Like, ew. Okay, so let's watch and listen to Orphie Magus' EP called Fury On.
I feel it rising within me. I can feel it taking a hold. Some kind of fire in the fury lights my soul. Yo, it's a new awakening. I've only just begun.
Okay, definitely not the same artist, but maybe the same writer or something.
Built like a weapon, time to reckon with the force. I think it's time you see the truth. Igniting the fury, the powers that be. Have a seed deep inside of me. It's about to blow. Feel the madness taking hold. We're standing on the front lines, waiting for you now. No, we're never backing down. Feel vengeance shake the ground.
Oh, seed.
Keep fighting to the end. I'm calling for you. One shot to burn it all down.
Our Opal Squad girlies.
One shot to burn it all down. One shot, burn it down. Only got one shot, one shot. One shot, burn it down. Yeah, burn it all down. Some say it feels like a nightmare. Some say it looks like a vision. I keep my eyes on the target. No turning back, and you better believe. Look me in the eyes so you get what you came for. Fierce power in the blood runs rampant. Trying to run and hide, are you looking for a hero? We're all fighting with the secrets that we keep. I think it's time you see
these
the
old,
truth. Igniting the fury, the powers that be. Time to see deep inside me. It's about to blow. Feel the madness taking hold. We're standing on the front lines, waiting for you now. No, we're never backing down. Feel vengeance shake the ground. Keep fighting to the end. I'm coming for you. One shot to burn it all down.
Okay.
In between
Ooh.
heaven and
can't see it, but I am like bobbing my head with this song. Ooh, okay. I liked that one. Okay, I'm curious what that person... Oh, the mixing was done by Emir, which I think was the person who did Lighter's song. So that's what that person meant. Good to know. Okay, that one was most certainly a banger. Really liked it. Also, I thought it was very interesting to learn about in the story quest that Orphie is like a clone of Magus, or I guess Magus is like the intelligent construct put on her tail, which is like, poor Orphie. Like, imagine being a person, I don't know what she is technically, like, because she's not a human, right? She has the horns and the pointed ears and a tail, and then getting like experimented on in a way, or I don't know how to like say it in the way I'm thinking, but you know, they're like, yeah, we're gonna put an intelligent construct on your tail. So I think Magus is technically Orpheus, I think is the name of the character, and then like Orphie, who's also Orpheus, is like a clone, right? Something like that. Let me actually look that up to make sure I'm getting it correct. Yeah, species human clone. She's a clone, yeah. It's so interesting. But that whole thing about Orphie being a clone of the original Orpheus Magnuson is crazy. And I was like, what? And they're so different personality-wise. That's what's interesting to me. And it's hard to say if, like, Magus's personality is, like, truly... Because they pretty much put, like, the original Orpheus's personality into the intelligent construct, I think. But, like, maybe they didn't do it right. I don't know. It's a very interesting story. Music was a banger. Yeah, that's kind of all I have to say on it. No notes. 10 out of 10. It was really good. Let me give it a good old like. Man, it has 1 million views. Of course it does. But yeah, is a banger, and I can definitely tell the same person mixed this song as the Lighter one. It had a similar beat to it, which I like. But yeah, it's more intense. It was definitely more. I already said intense, but like more intense than maybe I was thinking, because in my opinion, Orphie is such a, like, she can stand up for herself, right? And she is tough and she is a soldier, but she also is a little bit more soft-spoken, a little bit kinder, I guess, just gentler personality. But that was not a gentle song, which I think kind of shows the reality of what they've been through, both of them. Cause yeah, the whole thing with Isolde was interesting as well, and kind of sad. Well, it was sad. Straight up. Like, Magus had to watch her old comrade get swallowed up in vengeance, pretty much. So, yep. Okay, we're gonna move on to Lucia's, and I really like Lucia as a character. I kind of have a feeling the song might make me cry. I don't know, because Lucia's story definitely made me cry. I think it was her story in the main quest, not like her personal story quest that we went through with, like, Chestnut. It was like when we had to fight that ethereal that was actually her dad. I was like, ah. So, let's move on to Lucia's, called DAMIDAMI, or DAMIDAMI. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's okay. Or her pupil looks like a goat's / sheep's pupil. Interesting. Oh. Are they playing hide and seek? If you know, you know. That's so funny. Haha, at least they have a family. Sorry, this is uncalled for.
I'm by myself, but far from lonely. Alone won't survive while you're running on your own. I'm just like you, searching for where I belong.
Cup noodles.
Around we go to the end. I'll keep you close. I'll follow you and be your shadow. Run around we go. Count the stars and off you go. If I catch you, promise don't hide again. Again, ring my bell. Ring my bell. Dami-dami-dami-oh, sing the song we used to know. We ride the wings into the wild. Dami-dami-dami-oh, sing so loud the sky will know. We love you back.
They're playing cards. I don't know what kind of card game, but it's funny. Oh boy. She's been asleep on the roof the whole time. That's fun. Okay, I definitely thought the song was going to be more emotional than it was, but it was fun. I like the vibe of that song. Very, it gave, like, Celtic music vibes, like, folky style, and I love that. Very good vibe to the song, and it fits her as a character, because, you know, we know she kind of lives / came from, like, a tribe. Like, she calls them her tribe, but you get the impression they're more, like, living out in the wild kind of deal. Maybe farther away from the city. But, yeah, I liked it. It was fun and, like, happy and upbeat. Definitely, I don't know why. Looking at it, I just got some impression they were gonna, like, bring in the story of her having to fight her dad, who's an ethereal, and I was just gonna die if they did that. Which they didn't, so no death for me. Great. No. I'm assuming they wouldn't spoil the story in the EP, though, because they do release the EP before the characters banner, so yeah, it was fun. I just really liked the sound of that music. Like I said, kind of has like a Celtic folky vibe, which is great. And, you know, talked about sheep a lot, and is she a sheep Thyren, or is she a goat Thyren? Let me look this up, because like, they kept mentioning sheep, but then I'm pretty sure the animal they were showing in her EP, the animals were goats. So let's Thyren in parentheses goat. Yeah, so they kept talking about sheep, which makes sense because, you know, sheep are a lot of times are associated with sleep. She doesn't sleep, she's awake at night a lot. So it kind of makes sense that they would talk about sheep, but she's not a sheep Thyren, she's a goat Thyren. I like the sound of that one. It's definitely different from a lot of the other ones they've done, so it was unique in that way. Had fun with it. It was fun to watch her, like, play the card game with the kids because she's really into learning all about the different ethereals. And I think there is something to be said about her seeing the, like, goat with the ethereal tail still having a home with the other goats. And, like, maybe she kind of feels like she's out of place sometimes, but she's managed to find a good group of friends with, like, Spook Shack and then also the proxies, you know? Okay, so lastly, we're going to move on to Banyue's EP, which I am really looking forward to. And I only have one thing to say about Banyue before we move on to his EP, and that is Smash. Okay, let's go. So much aura. These subtitles are fun. what? Oh. Core, I'm guessing. It definitely looks more real. Like, this animation makes it look more real than others. But... through the cycle. I guess he also has those orbs. I don't know. Like a little balls. Okay. Oh yeah, that looks like his ultimate animation. Which one is me? Okay. That one was interesting. It's definitely a style I don't typically listen to. I mean, of course, the really deep voice really suits a character like Banyue. And there was definitely a lot of callback to his story of being like an intelligent construct that was made, I think, primarily for destruction and like killing. I don't know if it was like people. Like, I think he was meant to destroy ethereals, right? But the fact that he overcame that and became like the kind-hearted, helpful, intelligent construct we know him as today. He's just a nice guy, okay? Like, he overcame that. He severed his memories, severed his whatever. I don't know what else it said. Also, when it mentioned, like, enter the cycle, I was like, dude, I just got done playing HSR Amphorius plot, like, not that long ago. I'm tired of cycles. No, but yeah, definitely, I did like that one quite a bit, too. And I think it's probably because Banyue's story is fresher in my mind since it's the most recent quest I've played. I don't think I've played his story quest necessarily. I've just played the, like, main quest that he was a part of where we learned more about his past. And, like, the fact that he was intended to be this intelligent construct that was for destruction. He was made to be destructive and, like, a fighter. But the fact that he's become, like, a teacher, a protector, kind of a father figure to some people. Like, we know he definitely helped Shunguang and Shuyuan when their parents passed away. Like, he's kind, and even though, you know, his logic or his programming says to be one way, he's become something else because of the kindness of people around him. So that's really cool. Yeah, so I guess that's it, man. Probably because the first one I did, the video that I released was an hour long, but I definitely was recording for more than an hour, like way more than an hour. I'm like, that's it? We're done? I think in the future, I'm going to watch the EPs as they release and do, like, shorter reaction videos, you know, in that way. I meant to do Orphie Magus when it released, and then I just never watched it and was like, maybe I'll just wait till there are a couple more so I can do, like, multiple at a time. But I think from now on, I'm going to try and do them one at a time, or even react to, like, trailers and stuff, because why not? But yeah, that's kind of all. That's all I have to say. And no, I'm not going to comment on the Smash comment I made toward Banyue. That's ZZZ is a degenerate game. I'm a degenerate person. What can I say? But I love it still, even so. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to the next character they make an EP about. I'm guessing they're going to give Shunguang either like a trailer, kind of like they gave Yixuan something like that. So that could be interesting to watch when it comes out. But other than that, I don't know who else they'd make an EP for. Zhao, maybe? That'd be kind of funny. I just don't know what kind of song they would make for her. That's why I'm saying it would be kind of funny. Because they could either go for like a really serious route, like she's so strict, you know? Or they could go for like a funny, goofy route because she's like a little bunny. But yeah, that's all I have for now. So I guess if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you have any comments you'd like to leave, go ahead and do that. Whether or not you're just pointing something out or just saying who you're saving for. Like, who are you guys pulling for? Like, are you going for the Angels of Delusion? Do you want Shengguang? Are you waiting for a rerun? Are you just like, no one's catching my eye, I'm just waiting? Kind of like me, but yeah. And then, yeah, that's kind of all I have. So I will see you guys in a later video. Bye-bye!